I got a late start. I was considered a late bloomer. 28, I joined the military, and I did so because about a year before that, my dad had passed away unexpectedly to my family, and I took it very hard. And me and my wife sat down and talked and kind of worked out, like, what do I need to do to be able to be okay after that. And I kind of told her, because my dad was in the military for 27 years, that if I joined, that could be a way to, one, honor him, and two, to on a personal level help me out, make that have that closure. So roughly about 9 months after me and my wife got married, I joined the military and went to basic training that next summer, and that, got to go through basic training. To be perfectly honest, I was too old for the Air Force, because you had to be 27 and I was 28. So I actually had initially looked at the Air Force and the Air National Guard, but the other part of that is I actually have a strong fear of flying, which does not bode well with the Air Force necessarily. My dad was huge into airplanes, loved them, loved flying them. He flew them in Vietnam, told me all kinds of crazy stories about how his first day in Vietnam, his plane was shot down. And I was like, yeah, maybe the Air Force is not for me. I like kind of like having my feet on the ground, and the basics of it was I was too old, but when I started looking at also the jobs that I wanted to do, a lot of the Army jobs kind of more lined up with where I was, what I was looking for in my personality. I'm still there. I'm still growing. But if you were to ask people around me, I'm much better. The first few years, every time my family would always know when June came around, because that was the tough month, because he died on June 20th. Me and my wife got married on June 23rd, and then Father's Day was June 19th, and then his birthday was June 30th. So those last 2 weeks of June were like, everyone knew when they were coming. Nowadays, everyone's like, oh, you're just the same person as you are all the other times of the month or the year. And so if I guess you'd ask others, it looks like I'm doing pretty well. If you ask me, I have tough days. There's tough days, obviously, but I would feel like I've grown so much better, with it. And I do feel more at peace today than I did 6-7 years ago. There's things I'm doing right now that I sit there and say, my dad did that. My dad did that. And then I'm sitting there going, he'd be proud of me. He'd be proud of me for that. Because it was one of those tough things where I felt like I didn't have a way to be told that he was proud of me, because he died so unexpectedly. I didn't get to have that moment. And the fact that now I'm sitting here going, you know what, he would be. So that part has really, really helped. Well, on the civilian side, I'm a teacher, so I stay indoors a lot, grade papers, deal with 13, 14-year-olds. So I love being outside, different landscape, get to do different things. I mean, how many teachers can go back to their classroom and say, hey, I got to play with Bangalore this weekend. I got to blow some C4 this weekend. That's pretty cool, and it gives you some respect in the school system, but also just out in the real world, it gets you out of your comfort zone. You get to do something new all the time, while at the same time serving your country and doing something above yourself, because even though I'm a 12 Bravo, when DISCA comes around, you have a hurricane, you have a flood, you have, ice. Here in South Carolina, that's rare, but we have it. And you get to go out and help your community. And the community gets to see you out there helping people out. And I think that's a great thing as well. So it does get you outside, you get to see new things, get to meet new people. As far as long-term goals, I don't know if I have, ambition as far as that. I just want to do the best I can. And if that gets me a promotion, great. If it doesn't, as long as I'm still doing the job the best I can do, and I am able to help people out, and I'm able to be, recognized as, hey, that's a good soldier, then to me personally, rank does not matter for that. I mean, that's a great, perk. But at the end of the day, if you are satisfied with a job well done, and you can go home and say, you know what, I served a purpose, and I'm better off, and my community's better off because I was there at that point, then I think that's good enough ambition for me.